Hi, this is Mel from Helping Journals, and in the last video I showed you how I created these cards. So these are some basic cards, to say so. I will sew around all the edges just because I like the look of it. I used these big pieces of paper, decorative paper, and put them onto some journaling cards, and I put on these things. Oh, this is a bit wet, I don't know. Okay, this is a bit wet, but anyway, and I put on some papers on the back. So this is the front, but this is just the base. For example, this is from a paper pad and this is the front side. I put something onto the back and so on and so on. Some bigger cards. And now we want to decorate them further, so I will sew around the edges. I pulled out some lace, just 2 different laces I had at hand. I pulled out some pieces I can use as focal points. So these are digital printable stamps from Rock Creations on Etsy. And I have some other things from paper pad I cut out and punched out. But most of all I have these stamps. I pulled out my bigger stickers. So for example we have, oh, this is really big, something like this or anything you can imagine. Oh, this is cool, some music things and so on and so on. And I just want to put on some focal points and a bit of lace as tabs. I decided just to use lace, so I have not too many things to decide. This, for example, I drew by myself a really long time ago, a few years ago. So this is what this video is all about. So decorating these journaling cards. I will put this video onto some music for you to enjoy because I'm not so much in a chatting mood today. Oh, and I thought it would be a cool idea to use some stamps. So I have some stamps over here and my black ink pad. So I will just use my black ink pad and stamp a bit here and there. So on the back side, just to give it a bit more interest, to say so. Then we have the sewing part. And if I have a sticker, for example, let me show you. For example, something like this. I put the stickers on this sticker paper, so this is a shiny glossy surface paper, but when I try to remove them, they are not really sticking and they get damaged really easy. So this is why I don't do this. I just put the stickers on the surface, I get them right into my box. But anyway, I will use these stickers up, for example these and other ones, and I will, in this case I will just cut them out. So I need my scissors. Here they are. I need my scissors. I will just cut them out, and then I want to put on a little bit of glue, for example Uhu glue stick. This is what I use, just to make them stay in place, and then I will sew around the edges later. For example, this one is just a book page, so I put the two pages together and you have nothing, no writing onto here. Here I wanted to put on some black tea or coffee to give it more interest. Here put on a focal point just because I like it. I really love this image, but I wanted to put on something more. I'm just thinking if I want to put on a stamp anyway. I think so. I don't think the card needs something on the front. If I have something I want to put on, it's fine, but if not, it's fine too. I just add these Stables Market Antiques Camden, London thing, but it's really tiny. The other things I have are a bit more modern, like these die cuts, or this is a fuzzy cut. I don't think it goes really well with the scene. They have some of these embroideries or stitchings, crocheting things. But I think I will leave these pieces just as they are and just decorate the bag a bit. Not too much because we want to create some keep some writing space. I think, yes, this is the right way. And I will spritz on some coffee or black tea later. But I think this is fine. This gives the card just a little bit of extra something. So this is it for I don't want it to talk today. We will see. But I will put on some music to the parts where I do not talk to you. So these are some labels. Some of them I bought in a physical way, and some of them are digital printables. And I have some of these bigger stamps. So I will link the shops where I got the digital printables from down below in the info box. I thought to put something on just to give it a bit more dimension. So this is more like a background I want to create more on. So let's see if we have something fitting. It looks like this little leaf is coming from the top of the girl. So this does not make sense, and it does not has to make sense, it just has to make some fun. I tried to tie everything together with this leaf stem, and I really like how it turned out. And you have a bit of writing space on here and more writing space on the back. Here I will put on some coffee or black tea later, and I will sew around just because I like the look, as I said before, and this journaling card is nearly finished. For example, this for me is fine the way it is. It does not need anything on the front because there is enough, and the back is really colorful as well, so I will leave this be as it is, but I will put on some lace later. This is a really beautiful paper. It looks like it's vintage and it has this torn edges look, and I put it on not straight. And this is the back. I really like the back, so I will leave it be as it is. Maybe we'll put something on the front if I have something that fits. Let's see. Thought about something like this. I don't think it needs definitely something, but it can take something. I think I will go with this. Why not? This is something like a 3D sticker. I don't know if this will hold in place, and I don't know if I can sew this. So I use my PVA glue to tack it on. But it's plastic, so stickers are stickers are plastic or paper, but this sticker is plastic, so I don't think it will hold. So I will try to sew on just sew a line onto here, something like this later. I will just try this out. And yes, when you sew some things on and you already put on something on the back, you will have the sewing line, but I think it really adds to a journaling card. It looks like there could be something more. So I think this is the last card. Yes, it is. This is a card I created by myself. So I draw this a really long while ago, and I will just put on some black tea or coffee on the back. I don't think it needs some stamping, just because we have this really beautiful image here. So let's clean up the table a bit. Just a tiny bit, and then I want to sew a bit, or then I want to do some sewing. But maybe because before we sew, we can just put on some of these laces. I don't think this needs anything else. I will just sew around and call this finished. Or maybe, no, maybe a bit of lace over here. I have this wider lace. Oh, I put out 3 kind of laces. Perfect. Oh yes, I think it most definitely adds something to the journal. So I need my fabric scissors now. I will glue it on a bit, but I will use my sewing machine later when this is dried. So it's not necessary to glue it on really well. Just want to make it hold in place a bit for the sewing process. But this glue would hold it in place really well. But I like when it's sewn on anyway. And this I washed and let it dry. Let it dry on air. On air. With air. I don't know. And I did not iron it, so it's a bit bulky. But anyway. So this will hold in place a bit, and I will just sew around. Yes, I think this finishes this card off. So again, some sewing around, some lace. Just a little bit at the top. I want this to overlap a bit. Maybe it will not hold in place with this glue, but anyway. We will sew it on anyway. This most definitely needs some lace. I think some thicker lace would be fine. There is no need to put it onto the top. You can put it onto the side as well, or create a tab. So folding it over. I think I want to do this, folding this over. I will put nothing onto here because I like this and this and this part, and on the top, on the bottom, you could put something on the bottom, but I don't think it adds to this card. This does not need anything. This is fine the way it is. I will just sew around the edges because I like the look. Not necessary. This most definitely needs something, but maybe just a tiny bit. This is a piece of paper pad. I just decorated the front. So this is the writing space and this is the decorative space if you want so. This was just a leftover. Ooh, I think I will do or put on a piece of lace on the top and the bottom. It just occurs to me. This would finish up this card, in my opinion. So you have your focal point and these 2 pieces of lace. Oops. This can go there and this too. So of course this will bulk up the card really much, but I like the look. Some cards are thicker, some cards are thinner. This is just the way I do it. And look the back side. Oh, lovely. If you have a thicker lace or fabric like I have here, and it will not hold in place with the glue, so this glue is not grabbing so fast. This glue is grabbing really fast, but I don't have so many of these left, so I like to use my PVA glue as well because it's a really good glue as well. Then you can use just not a paper clip but a sewing clip to put this on, but I think it will stay in place enough for me. It will grab in a few minutes, and then it will hold in place enough for me to grab it later with my sewing machine. You can let your fabric or your lace overhang a bit, and this is a bit crumpled up, but I like the look. This is why I did not iron my laces after washing them. Okay, maybe this is not my favorite, but I like the look. Maybe I can put something on the top as well. No, it would be a bit too much. Okay, I will just leave this be the way it is. Why not? It's just something different. So as you can see, sometimes I smoosh the glue out a bit, sometimes I don't. It just depends on the fabric or the lace I use and just on my mood. So on here I'm covering up, oh, this was a bit too short, but anyway, it's fine. I'm covering up a bit of this beautiful stamp, but it is what it is. I wanted to put the lace on here for the front, and for the back I just have to live with it. Okay. So, last two cards. Yes, these are the last two cards. So I reuse this little offcut just because I have it at hand. I'll just put it on here. So you have a bit of having, no, I will put it on here. So I hope this ties these three things a bit together a bit better, and your eye is drawn this way. But to be honest with you, I just wanted to use up this tiny thing. I don't wanted to throw it away, but I did not want to store it anyway. So let's see, last thing. Okay, that's it. I will just clean up my table a bit, and I will show you the end results in the next video. Just let me show you this card as an example. I will let the glue dry a bit, and then I will sew around the edges and sew around the laces and the stickers that I could not glue on properly, as I told you before. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video where I show you the end results. And take a look through my other videos and through my Etsy shop if you're interested in junk journals and junk journal ephemera. Bye!